Thank you for joining us for another CIRF report. This one, very important to watch. There's going to be a little bit of difference here. We're going to start with the astrology. And then while you're watching the astrology, I'd like for you to think about what the people are dreaming. And then we're going to look at the dream bot because I think it will very much surprise you. It surprised me. All right. So, and then at the end, I'll tell you why I skipped the last CIRF report too. So hang in there and we'll go through that as well. I don't know if you all felt the same thing I did, but wow. All right. So what do we have tomorrow? This recording is on Thursday evening, the 7th. So on the 8th, we have Moon sextile Venus. And this should be harmonious. Ideal time to be with your family and friends. A very social charm and popularity. New friends even. That sort of thing. So very, very sociable. Okay. That's really the only aspect other than, got to keep in mind that Mercury is just starting retrograde. Okay. So people were talking about retrograde on the 5th and it went station on the 5th and started to then retreat backwards today on the 7th. And then it'll start to speed up and get in full retrograde speed by tomorrow, Friday, the 8th. All right. Next, let's look at the 9th. And our main alignment is Moon trine Jupiter. Both of them in tropical fire. Now get this, it happens at 11:11. This is a very fortunate planet, bringing a lot of luck and fortune for a lot of people. This is Jupiter. And so it's a warm and fuzzy feeling. It's like synchronicities everywhere and generosity and open, honest, and happy. This is another kind of a social type of relationship here, this trine, and it's in fire, so we want to be around others or at least be out in public and showing off and doing stuff like that. So all right, let's see about the 10th. On the 10th, the main one now is highlighting Mars and Neptune are in a sextile, so it should be a favorable thing. But now we're looking at like sensual desire and spiritual energy, because Neptune is all about these depths and imagination and creativity, and exploring your creative passions would be a good thing, and building your spiritual awareness and practice would be great. All right, so now that you've seen what the outlay is for the next few days, what do you think is the strongest in the dreams? Well, here we go. And waboom, we have frozen financial accounts, underwater assets. We have terror, military, and aggression. And we have a whole lot of Mercury. And so you know what? We didn't talk about what all of the Mercury influences at all, but they're all listed here. So let's take a step back. Well, let's look at the bot run first. I mean, we have for the Mercury one, this is the orange arrows. It's all about communication. Links and link are in there, written, submitted, who, an offer is in there, and wonder, thoughts. Mercury is all about thoughts. Then the next meme is terror and military and aggression. You have now, okay, so let me caveat that. Terror, military, aggression is not necessarily Mercury, but I'm making the connection between a lack of communication and people starting to get really mad at each other. All right, so that's the connection there. But I'm going to roll this into a Mars aspect because we got 2 of those coming up. And so things are getting kind of fired up. All right. Onslaught, terror. This is the blue arrows. Wolf, like a lone wolf. A bunch. And then March could be like a military march. People are mean, and there's a general. General is a military person. So then we've got the red arrows. This is all about frozen assets and underwater. And so you got frozen and cool. I mean, temperatures were cool recently, but it has warmed up a little bit. Nervous, underwater. There's the offer again, double meaning, property, and buy less. Okay, so Mercury is about some finances as well, particularly negotiations, contracts, and that kind of thing. So it makes a lot of sense that there's going to be some frozen accounts, frozen financial assets, frozen negotiations or poor negotiations in Mercury retrograde. It is advised to not make some very important contracts during this time. And we are getting up to speed in Mercury retrograde. So the collective unconscious is seeing this. Now, there's really nothing in here that's real positive in terms of social engagement. If anything, we're talking about negative social engagement like aggression and war. So let's go back to astrology, and we're seeing. Let's go back to tomorrow. This is a very harmonious aspect. Moon sextile Venus, and that's all about relationships. But the collective unconscious is not seeing that. And so what I'm thinking is happening is that this massive amounts of Mercury retrograde kind of energy is overwhelming these other little aspects. But I think, my opinion is, if you get in alignment with the stars, you will have the fortune of feeling these other aspects, and especially this one. Can't wait to feel that one at 11:11. Mark your calendar, mark your time, and see if you can feel this fortunate energy on Saturday with Moon trine Jupiter in the fiery signs. So where is getting in line with the stars then if we've got this Mercury retrograde? Well, look at this. We have Chiron, Mercury. They're in Sidereal Pisces. And we also have the moon transiting that entire time in Sidereal Pisces. So it hasn't changed since our last CIRF report. And so we do want to throw compassion to everyone that you see, even if they're doing you wrong, even if they're ripping you off, even if they're lying to you. It's compassion. Compassion, especially compassion for yourself. Compassion when you make a mistake. Compassion when you don't make the grade or the meet your own expectations. Compassion, all right? And that's going to take you a long way to start off with, but we're also asking you to get in a spiritual connection. We've got on what is this? Saturday. Well, let me check. It's Sunday is the 10th. So Sunday you've got the Mars Neptune, and that's all. I mean, that's not in any of the sidereal Pisces, but it's all about exactly what I just talked about, which is the spiritual awareness and spiritual connection, spiritual creativity, physical creativity, mental creativity, lots of creativity. Go out and do it. It's a hands-on kind of creativity with that Mars in there. So I know that a lot of you are really tired of this Pisces influence. This is the tropical Pisces, and look at what's in it. You've got Neptune, Sun, and Mercury, and this dovetails into why I was so close to getting the stuff done on Tuesday night for the CIRF report, and I was really overwhelmed by the confusion, and the dreamy energy was so strong. And you know what we had? We were leading up to a triple conjunction with Moon, Sun, and Neptune. That was on yesterday, the 6th. A triple conjunction. So a new moon plus Neptune And then you've got this fiery Mercury, almost a conjunction with Chiron in a different tropical sign, starting its way back towards this gaggle. I mean, it was just insane. I was, and this isn't just me like theorizing this as I'm building the CIRF report. This was me feeling very confused and like overwhelmed. I think the spirit of overwhelm was on there. So I shut down and I started to do the rest of my to-do list to calm my nerves down, and so I could at least sleep at night. But that was it. I mean, I felt that so strong, and it was almost scary. I don't know if anybody else felt that. If you did, write the notes below. I want to hear about that. And so for the future, for these next 3 days, starting from the 8th, we want to be in alignment with Pisces. All right, that's your answer. So you want to avoid escapism. Remember, all this Neptune is going to be kind of like this feeling like you want to just leave the area, go be a hermit and kind of just relax. You've got to stay in the game, and you've got to feel your way through this, and being connected to all, not being self-sacrificing, learning how to say no and asserting yourself, asserting your own needs, but especially compassion to all, seeing other people's, empathizing with other people's needs and emotions, that sort of thing. All right. So there you have it. We're looking at about a 12-minute episode. We will see you on Sunday. Well, I don't know when, just sometime on Sunday. All right. Thanks for being here. See you in the next video.